Okay, welcome to Tuesday of perimeter and area. And the first thing that you should have done is completed the appetizer portion of your math buffet. And for this first activity, you're finding the multiples, the first 10 multiples of 8. So we're skip counting by 8. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, and 80. Then you're going to use this number, these multiples, actually when you do your multiplication down below. The next two problems, your subtraction and your multiplication, you're checking to see if you have the correct answer. So 565 minus 127 is 438. 5,906 times 8 is 47,248. If you have those correct, then you may go ahead and move on to the next portion of the video. Otherwise, you need to be following along. You need a different color to check your work. For 565 minus 127, I see that my 7 is bigger than the 5, so I'm going to make this a 15. I borrowed from my 6, so it now becomes 5. So I do 15 minus 7. We know that's 8. 5 minus 2 is 3. And 5 minus 1 is 4. 438. For multiplication, we have 5,906 times 8. First thing I'm going to do is go up and multiply 8 times 6. I know that my multiples tell me that 8 times 6 is 48. So this is 8. Carry my 4, then I'm going over. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 4 more is 12. So my 2, carry my 1. 8 times 9, again, if I look up here, 8 times 9 is 72, plus 1 more is 73. Carry my 7. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 7 more is 47. So 47,328. And I see that I've done something wrong because it doesn't match the answer that I have here. So I'm going to check that again. 8 times 6 is 48. 8. Carry my 4. 0. Oh. So it's not 8 plus 4. It should be 0 plus 4. So this should be 4. And then 8 times 9 is 72 plus 1 more. I don't have this 1 because this is 4. So this should be 2. So see, even teachers make mistakes. So 438. 47,248. Okay? After you have that checked, you're moving on to the main course. Today you are working with perimeter and area. We remember from our previous video yesterday that when we are using or finding the perimeter, we are finding the distance around the shape, and we are doing that by adding. And then for the area, we are finding the portion of the shape inside. And we are going to do that by multiplying. Okay? So for the perimeter, we're going to do these first couple together, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and finish the remainder of the main course. So for our perimeter, we're going to add up all the sides. And I know in a rectangle that I have the sides that are parallel to one another are the same length. So 4 inches, so then I know this one's 4 inches. 1 inch, so I know this one is 1 inch. I'm going to add up my sides. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1. So if I add that up, I know it's 10. In this case, I've already put the label there. So my perimeter would be 10 inches. Okay? So when you finish the remainder of these perimeter problems, you need to fill in the missing side and then be sure to include the unit along with your answer. Okay? For our area, this first area problem that we actually have 2 different ways that we could solve it. We can count the number of squares inside since this is done on a grid. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could say that this is 12 square units. Okay? I could have also done, I know that this side is 3 because there's 3 squares, and this side is 4 because there's 4 squares, and I could have done 4 times 3 because I know it's length times width, and I would have also gotten 12. Okay? We're going to go on and do one more area problem, one that does not have a grid, and we know that whenever we're finding the area of a rectangle, we're going to multiply the length times the width. So I have 10 times 3. And I know if I skip count by tens, 10 times 3 is 30. In this case, my unit is feet. And I want to make sure that it's squared because it's area. So it's going to be feet. And then I'm going to put that little 2. Okay? You are going to finish these last 3 perimeter problems and the last 2 area problems, once those are completed, you're going to move on to the dessert game on Math Google Classroom.